Hello, and welcome to Relic Theories, where we explore the hidden systems shaping civilization, belief, and the modern world. This channel is dedicated to thoughtful, independent research and the exploration of ideas that may not always be mainstream, but are always carefully considered. If you'd like to dive deeper, research references are available in the description below. Today, let's explore the topic of fertility. What can birds teach us about human fertility? And is there a meaningful parallel between the declining fertility rates of birds and humans? So, let's begin. Over the last 50 years, North America has lost nearly 3 billion birds since 1970. According to a 2019 study published in the journal Science and summarized by the Cornell Lab of Ornithology, that represents roughly a 29% decline in total bird abundance. In less than a single human lifetime, nearly 1/3 of the continent's birds have disappeared. And these aren't rare bird species hidden deep in forests, but common birds, the kinds that once filled suburban trees and open fields. At the same time, across much of the developed world, human fertility rates have fallen below replacement levels, the threshold needed to maintain a stable population. According to data from the OECD, the average number of births per woman in developed countries has declined from more than 3 in the 1960s to around 1.5 in recent years, well below the replacement rate of approximately 2.1 births per woman. Birds and human are two very different species, in two very different environments. Yet both are reproducing less. Is this coincidence? Or are both responding to a deeper environmental shift? Well, as we try to understand the decline in birds, we have to examine the environmental systems birds depend on. Habitat loss from expanding cities and industrial agriculture has reduced nesting grounds. Insect populations, a primary food source for many birds, have declined. Artificial light disrupts migration patterns. Noise pollution interferes with mating calls. Climate shifts alter seasonal timing, causing birds to arrive when food is no longer abundant. Birds rely on stable environmental signals, songs that attracts their mates. Claiming territory protects offspring. And as the days grow longer in spring, birds receive a biological signal that it is time to reproduce. When those signals are distorted, reproduction becomes less efficient. The instinct remains, but the system around it changes. Over time, fewer young survive to adulthood. Now, consider humans. Across Europe, East Asia, and North America, fertility rates have dropped below replacement levels. This decline is not primarily biological. It reflects a transformation of environment and structure. Urban living delays marriage and childbearing. Education and career paths extend deeper into reproductive years. Housing costs rise. Digital platforms expand mate selection far beyond local communities. Artificial light extends waking hours and disrupts sleep patterns tied to hormonal balance. Humans are not losing habitat in the same way birds are, but our mating ecosystem has been redesigned. In some bird species, like the bowerbird, males build elaborate structures to attract females. Only a small percentage successfully reproduce. Selection becomes concentrated. Now, humans do not build bowers of sticks and shells, but we construct digital profiles, visible status markers, and curated identities. Social media amplifies comparison. Mate selection becomes global rather than local. Expectations shift. Timing stretches. When environments change, mating systems change. For most of human history, reproduction was embedded in small communities. Pairing was local. Life moved slower. Today, humanity lives inside illuminated cities, algorithm-driven platforms, and constant comparison. We are the first species to redesign our own mating environments at planetary scale. Birds are adapting to urban landscapes shaped by human expansion. Humans are adapting to digital ecosystems shaped by technological acceleration. In both cases, reproduction becomes more selective, more delayed, and more sensitive to environmental pressure. This may not be a collapse in the dating and mating system, but it may be a long-term transition, given the fact the technology is here to stay. Population booms often follow expansion and optimism. Population slowdowns often follow complexity and saturation. When systems become more intricate, reproduction can shift from automatic to intentional, from survival-driven to choice-driven. Birds did not choose the cities that altered their breeding patterns. Humans did choose the technological systems reshaping ours. Different mechanisms, but similar pattern. Environmental redesign influences reproductive behavior. So perhaps the deeper question is this: when a species reshapes its environment faster than its reproductive systems can adapt, what happens next? Are birds and humans facing parallel responses to planetary redesign? Or are we entering a new era where reproduction itself is being redefined, not only by biology, but by the systems we build? If this ideal theory has sparked a curiosity for you, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Please hit the like button and share this video podcast with your friends if you found it entertaining. This podcast is also available on Spotify. Good day, and thank you for taking the time to listen to Relic Theories.